I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Heather, will you do the roll call, please?
Yes. Norman Warner.
Here.
Kenneth Sebastian.
Here.
Daniel Browning.
Here.
Amy Meyer. Here. Bill Purcell.
Here.
Bill Folk.
Here.
And Alfio Saita, who emailed and let me know he would not make it.
All right. You have before you, Plan Commission members, the minutes of the June 16th meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? Motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
It's a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay.
I wasn't here.
Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 or 5, one abstention. Old business, 20604, ABJ GH Investments Phase 1 subdivision. Let me explain to you what we're going to do. We are here tonight. We meet on the third Tuesday of each month, most months. Before we begin, take a moment, let's explain what you can expect this evening so that everyone understands the hearing will proceed and how you may participate. Tonight, the Commission will consider the primary plat of Phase 1 of a major subdivision. This matter was presented to the Commission on our April 21st, 26th meeting and was tabled at that time, so it returns to us this evening as continued business. Please also understand that the property involved has already been rezoned to a single-family residential. The zoning decision has been made and is final. It's not the subject of tonight's hearing. Our authority tonight derives from Indiana Code S 36-7-4-701, which grants the Plan Commission exclusive control over the approval of all plats involving land covered by the subdivision control ordinance. Under IC S 36-7-4-702, the Commission determines whether that plat qualifies for primary approval under the standards prescribed by the Owen County Subdivision Control Ordinance. Our task this evening is limited to reviewing the subdivision plat itself, its design, its compliance with the county subdivision control ordinance, and with all applicable county, state, and federal requirements, and not whether it's a good idea that the property should be used for single-family homes. This hearing will be on items. We'll follow the order consistent with Indiana Code S 36-7-4-705, which requires the Plan Commission to prescribe procedure for the conduct of the hearings. The applicant will present the plat, address the items that led to the tabling. The Commission members will ask them questions of staff and applicant. After that, the chair will open the floor to public debate. Notice of this hearing was provided in accordance with Indiana Code S 36-7-4-706, which requires publication under Indiana Code 5-3-1. And due notice to interested party at least 10 days prior to the hearing date. If you wish to speak, please wait to be recognized, come forward to the microphone, state your name, address for the record, and we ask that each speaker observe a time limit of 3 minutes, which is set by the chair. Direct comments to the Commission rather than to the individuals, and avoid repeating points that others have already done. Because this is a subdivision review, we ask that comments focus on the plat and the applicable ordinance standards. Written comments may also be submitted for the record. Once public comment is complete, the chair will close the portion of the meeting and the Commission will deliberate among its members. When deliberation concludes, a member may make a motion Another member may second it, and the commission will vote. Under Indiana Code S 36-7-4-707, the commission will approve the plat with written findings and a decision granting primarily approval. Approve it with conditions specifying the manner in which public ways shall be laid out, provisions for utilities, lot size, drainage design, and other services as set forth in ICS 36-7-4-702D and the county subdivision control ordinance. Table or continue the matter or deny the request with written findings setting forth the reasons for the disapproval. All subdivision design standards must comply with all the applicable county ordinances, state and federal requirements, including consistency with the county's comprehensive plan under variance, unless a variance is approved by the appropriate authority. Please note that under ICS 36-7-4-707C, if the commission fails to make written findings, a decision granting or denying approval within 60 days after a public hearing, the plat is considered to have received primary approval. Any final decision of the commission regarding primary approval or disapproval of that plat is subject to judicial review under Indiana Code IS 36-7-4-715 and Indiana Code S 36-7-4-1016. We appreciate your attendance and your participation. To help the meeting run smoothly, please silence all cell phones, refrain from applause or outbursts, and remain courteous to all speakers, and every voice can be heard. Thank you, and we'll begin right now. Okay. Brett, you want to come up? You got to turn it on so the red light's on.
Can you hear me?
Hear you fine. Everyone else here? Fine. Okay, good.
I'm Brett Franklin with ABCJH Investments, and we're here for our third go-around here on this. But pertaining to the 421 meeting was the last meeting we had on this. Some of the concerns and that the Plan Commission brought up to us. One was road bonds and construction infrastructure bonds. We have no problem getting all of those for the 11 lots. We changed our lot sizes, eliminated lots. Now we've got 11 lots that we're trying to put in. In the past, we had already submitted letters from the Sheriff Department, the EMS, Health Department, well drillers, professional realtors, submitted over 40 signatures of people in favor of the project. We feel that we've met the county subdivision requirements, and if not, hopefully you'll let us know exactly what it is that we haven't fulfilled. I went out into the county on 8 different county roads: Freeman Road, Flatwoods, Concord, Shepherd Patrick, Texas Pike, Hyden Road, and Little Flock. All the county roads that I measured, 17 to 18 foot width on the roads, except for on Flatwoods. It was 19 foot, about 200 yards in. There's a stretch right there when you pull off Highway 46, and it was 19 foot wide. So I know there's a lot of concerns with the width of Little Flock, but that represents every county road in the county. That's the width we have when we're dealing with the school buses going down. Even on Hyden Road, I went right where they pull out from the high school, away from the thing, and we're dealing with the same width. It was a foot wider where the school buses come out on Flatwoods. So that's all I have. I'll pass it on to the next people.
Sure. I mean, you guys were concerned about the width of the property. We didn't ask for any variances or anything. We eliminated a lot so that we could get that 200 foot of road frontage that you guys were concerned about. So that's been rectified. Other than that, I mean, we pretty much met everything. That's about it.
The engineering, Chelsea's done the engineering work on it, and as far as we know, we believe we met the requirements on your lots. So I think the biggest concern that we were hearing was the little flock, and then we lowered the lot size on the little, on how many lots we have there, so.
And you're at the north edge of this property, correct?
Correct.
So we're not, we want you to come in off 43, but you're a little ways from that.
Yeah, it's over a half mile.
Yeah.
It's just not feasible financially for 11 lots to do that.
Any plan commission member have a question?
So, we had a long discussion about sewer and water at the last meeting. And I thought, what I would like to see was a multi-unit sewer of some kind, instead of sinking what'll end up being 40 some odd holes in the ground.
No, it's 11.
11, well, but
It's
No,
11. We're here for
Okay.
just 11
I would still like to
lots.
see a multi-unit sewer available. Something that would then be passed to the HOA to take care of after you guys are done. And then I know you've talked to the water company, I'd like to see water out there. I know you're beating your head against the wall to get water, but that water company's got to understand, we can't grow with wells everywhere and septics everywhere on these size lots. We're going to get ourselves in a mess.
And I wish maybe the county would maybe change what their parameters are, but, right now it's a 1 acre lot or larger.
I know that.
So you're telling me one thing, but yet, I think we have one lot that's 1.9, but everything's 1.3 to 4 acres.
The other concern that Bill had raised at the last meeting was the sub features in that area. What'd you call them, Bill, fractures, or
Yeah,
do you care to elaborate on what you said last time?
well, I think just the concern is, and of course, I haven't walked the entire property, but it looks like there's a fairly big slope as you come down that hill. So there's a couple different things is, like when I was
Coming to the south.
yeah, let's see, what direction?
Yeah, heading
Yeah,
south.
Coming down the hill towards
Yeah.
the highway. So quite a bit of slope that's going on there. So a couple concerns that go along with that. When I was doing my little subdivision, I had to punch holes for septic so we would know where the septic would be and also where the wells would be. And when I came to this body for approval, they didn't really care, how many lots I had. They just made me do it. So I had, here's where the septic's going to be, here's where the well's going to be. So there's plenty of spread going on with it. It gets more challenging when you've got a hillside. Because the hillside, the reason a hill's created is because glaciers pushed the dirt around and created, hills or created flat surfaces, and that's what creates fractures. Anyhow, that's just a piece of it. But really, it's more about the slope, where the septic's going to be.
And we don't
where's-
have any houses on any of that slope. That's
Yeah,
not
but-
part of this.
Where's the septic going to be? Where's the well going to
And
be?
we got soil tests on all
The
that.
soil tests are shown on the development plat.
They are?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Haven't,
They have been on there since the original submission in March.
can you show me where at on this?
or I said development plat, I believe they are actually on the the preliminary plat document, because that is a requirement.
Yeah, we hired soil scientists.
Yes,
to come
ST,
out.
they are marked as ST on every one of those lots on the
Is it the
preliminary
little,
plat.
is it the little square
The
box?
little square box with
Okay.
ST, they are marked on every one of those. Those have been tested.
They've all been tested?
Yes,
Okay.
So those are where the septic's gonna be.
yes.
And then on those, where you have them marked at, what's the slope in that area?
Those are all within Presby limitations for slope. They are within the acceptable Presby limitations, which I think is a 12% max. I'd have to look at them exactly. I don't have that pulled up in front of me.
And with a containment field around it?
The containment
No.
field.
I had John Reeves come out.
Yeah,
and all that.
so-
I'm sorry?
I
Yeah,
had
so.
John Reeves come out and look at it and see everything's fine. He looked at all of it.
Okay.
See if we don't see any problems in it.
And so the way the process is set up, we're required to get soil testing done,
Mhm.
but then they will have to go back for each individual lot and get a full permit. If for some reason they were to go in and try to get the permit and something failed at that point, we've had the discussion that they would end up having to combine a couple lots and sell 2 lots together. We've had that discussion, you know, that is kind of a risk in development across the board. When you get in and actually start building, sometimes things do not work out the way you thought they would in the planning stages. But from a subdivision ordinance standpoint, they have done the testing that was required. John Reeves has come out and looked and feels comfortable preliminarily with everything as it's required. So, and then per state code, their wells will just need to be 50 feet from those units.
And the slope up there on that
Yeah.
northern part is mostly field.
Yeah, the houses on this portion are mostly going to be on a ridge. That
Up on the
field,
ridge?
that field is a ridge top. So their backyards essentially
Okay.
will be downslope on some of them, but most of the development is going to happen in that field area. And then a few of the lots, it'll be in wooded, but it's not as steep as that southern slope that's kind of in the middle, upper middle, yeah.
And that's not an isolated smoke either. All the properties around it are the same as the graph from that is what we do. And it's not like we're on a hill bank and everybody else is on a football field.
Right.
Everybody out there is on a slope.
Any other questions, Planning Commission? We will open it up to public comment. You state your name, and we'll excuse you so they can come to the microphone. You do have 3 minutes. I got someone will run a timer for me. I see Norm reaching, so I guess he's going to do that. Any public comment? Take a seat, state your...
I'm sorry, do we still get to have more than 3 minutes if we've got people that say that they would
If,
like?
if 4 people ask you to speak for them, they have
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
But if you don't cover what they had, we need to know who they are, and they're silenced then,
Okay, all right.
okay?
Anybody else? Okay, I got 4 people that's gonna want to talk.
We need their names.
I need names and addresses for those 4.
Can you each say your name and address?
Karen Burke, 7237 Switchboard Road. Seven, 237 Switchboard Road. Okay, are
Freeman, 7221 Little Block Road.
Michelle Henderson, 6229 Little Flock.
6229? Okay.
Adam Rustler, RESSLER, 6888 Little Flock Road.
And then I need yours for the record too.
Sandra R. Cunningham, 7288 Little Flock Road.
Ready, Norm? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, first to address their topic on the septic and the guy that did it, I'd like to present this piece of paper where the guy that did his soil test indicated that he, if you read his disclosure, you know, he did the soil test, but he's not going to guarantee they work. Also, I'm a little concerned as to why the health department approved the septic when the health department did not go out there to those sites. It was just approved. So there's that. The next thing I'd like to present is I have signatures, and I only have 2 copies to share. These are signatures, and if you will look at the addresses, I have 97 people. These are 97, I present to you a petition with 97 signatures of hardworking people who love Owen County from Little Flock Road, White Road, Timber Lane, Pheasant Lane, State Road 43, and more. These people that signed this petition are asking you to vote no on the entrance exit to Owen Hill subdivision being on Little Flock Road, vote no on 11 lots being on Wellen Septic, vote no on the current small lot size that are less than 5 acres. Actually, I need to make a correction. It was the 45 lots that they signed this for, not the 11 that they've now changed, but I was getting these petitions prior to learning that. We, the surrounding residents to this proposed subdivision, will be negatively impacted, and our quiet country community will no more be with an additional X number of vehicles traveling up and down Little Flock Road. The next thing I want to present to you are pictures of flooding on Little Flock Road. This is, all but one picture is from the entrance of 43 up to the entrance of where the subdivision is supposed to be. There's also the dangerous blind curve with numerous wrecks. These are pictures that I've taken over the years, wrecks and people running off the road. I own the property there, and I used to have a fence. Finally, I've just given up because people ran over it, and I just take, they've taken it down. Then there's the dangerous drop-off. Then we have the big hill. The other thing that I've got copies for everybody on that, is the concern about the school bus. And the Indiana Department of Education has a school bus safety guideline and best practices that all counties are supposed to be following. And I hope that this county will look at that and see that a school bus entrance on the top of the hill is not good. Now, to go on, I heard in the last meeting they were going to request a proposal to the state on the entrance in 43. Did that get done?
Ma'am?
Sorry, did that get done? Remember in the last meeting, you all asked for them to reach out to the state?
They did bring a permit. It has not been
Okay.
certified yet.
Okay, so,
They were doing 40
Application.
lots and they were, now they're doing 11.
I'm sorry?
I think that's when they were doing 40 lots, but tonight they're doing 11.
Right, 11, but still, that was brought up in the last meeting, and it was supposed to be brought to this meeting, so I'm curious about that. So if they did that, I commend ABCGH for petitioning the state for the entrance exit on State Road 43. What is the decision on that? No construction should begin until we know the state's answer. If approved, All construction trucks should enter and exit off of State Road 43 only. State Road 43 entrance exit should be built first, just in case ABCJH runs out of money and cannot complete it later. Since they presented in all of their documentations, the declarations and covenants, I've read through them, and restrictions of the Owen Hills subdivision. It sounds like city restrictions to me. All of us choose to live in the country, and we appreciate and respect the freedoms that country living give us. I can put a sign in my yard if I want. I can play my music too loud if I want. I can raise and breed livestock if I want. I can burn my trash if I want. If Owen Hills subdivision is approved, these new homeowners will be surrounded by people with freedoms that while they live in the country amongst us, they themselves will not have the same freedoms. Please, don't ignore the guidelines of the Owen County Comprehensive Plan 2022, which knew which areas were better suited for future subdivisions. There are just too many negative factors for Owen Hills subdivision to be approved. Please, vote no.
Anyone else? Come forward and state your name, address.
I will make copies of whatever documents came through for the record when
Sure.
we get there.
I don't know if anybody else wants to yield time. I don't have 10 minutes to talk, but
Under an individual, you got 3, so.
I know.
It's all good.
I think I can do it. I can be succinct.
Address and name for the record.
I'm trying to wake my phone up. Michael Seward, 7535 Felton Road, Spencer, Indiana. And my fat finger again. So, we're back. What I'd like you to do, before I get my notes up here, is not even consider voting on it. Just ignore. Don't second it. Let this thing die and let them come back with a new proposal. So I had a chance yesterday to look over the details of it, and I've got a pretty good memory, and they are playing with you. The frontage is 200 feet for every lot. Lots 6 and 1 don't have that 200-foot frontage. So that's a rejection right there. At that cul-de-sac, I'm not quite sure what that drainage plan is, but can the people get out of their property through to the cul-de-sac from the drainage plan that's there? Also, the frontage on lots 1, 2, 6, and 7 need to be adjusted with the radius of the cul-de-sac. It's wrong. Secondly, I'm not quite sure what the drainage plan is. I feel sorry for Randy when all the water comes down from this into his property, from what I've seen on the current drainage plan. It's not that great, and they've got a lot of work to do it. I've worked with some of these people in the past. I don't know if I'd work with them in the future, but the main thing is we're all neighbors, and this isn't really a good third attempt. They were told a couple things that were wrong, or that they did wrong. They agreed or stated they would look into a deceleration ramp for the school bus at the entrance on Little Flock. I drove Little Flock before I got here, and that's a danger point for the school buses coming in. That needs to be completely reworked. There's no deceleration ramp there. They need to take that and make that effort to do it. If they get approval for Highway 43, I demand that you guys ask that the deceleration and left turn lane that's needed for that subdivision eats up their property and does not impact the property owners south of Highway 43. I think that would be fair. They've got plenty of land to burn through to do that. Sorry, my phone's giving me a little bit of problems here. So I talked about the frontage. I urged you not even to second this request. And also, how much time do I have left?
30 seconds.
they're hoping to get water from the city or from the utility, but they're also hoping they'll crash the system, which will force reassessments on every property owner that currently gets water. They will be forced either to upgrade their system, or those that are on wells to make the system function be reassessed and have to connect into the new water supply system. I see that coming if this is approved. So everybody that lives on this street, you're looking at $10,000 or more to hook up to the water.
Anyone else?
Dwayne Gilbert, 7028 Little Flock Road. My concern is with Owen County not keeping the sides of the road clipped. One big problem we have. I had my aunt come out the other day and she's like, you need to ask them to widen the road. I said, the road is wide enough, they just don't clear it on the sides. The culverts at the end of Little Flock, Code 43, are always wet because nobody ever cleans those out either. And my house is on top of the hill. I've got a circular driveway. Again, my house, my driveway, will be used for a parking lot because we don't want to go out there and clean the roads so you can get up and down that hill. Those are my main concerns, and my water. You put that many wells in, I won't have water. I will be selling my property if this gets approved. That's it.
Anyone else?
Janet Malakote, 4922 Little Flock Road. My concern is coming out on Little Flock, like she said, the taking care of the roads. It's never graded. That hill is always stuck with 4 or 5 cars on it, so that's not taken care of. So we need the people coming in from the highway. You know, if we're having extra people, we need them at least coming in from the highway because Little Flock has already all the people they need. As far as water goes, the people on Little Flock now, these new people that's going to be moving in are not aware that a lot of those people don't even have a well. They buy their water, they have tanks. So they fill out in there with tanks. Our new people that come in and buy and they drill, they're going to find there's no water there. So the country people that live there have got used to the fact that, okay, I have to monitor my wash machine, monitor my taking care of stuff. Our people coming in now are not going to understand this. So we're really going to be screwing our new neighbors, which is going to make them mad, and we all get along and all love each other, and we want everybody to be happy there. But I do want it to come in off of 43, not off of Little Flock, because that road's got all the people it needs. And we finally, after years and years and years of was born and raised on that road, 72 years, and we finally got a road. You know, that's something that, it was gravel for years, we finally got a road, and that's because we was without one for 4 years because of the big hole that we had, which could fall through again at any time, which we're all aware of. So keeping in mind, we need to come in from 43. We need for none of it to happen to start with. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi, Stephanie Morgan, 7142 Little Flock Road. I want to point out what I hope is obvious, and it's that there's not a real negotiation going on between the community and these builders. They're barely considering the things that we're coming to the table to list as concerns every single time. I don't trust that this project is going to be handled with respect for the community that they're trying to inundate themselves with. And I think that them saying that they are going to do it themselves that is an important factor in allowing them to move forward with what's going on. Another thing I want to mention is on their building plan, they talk about disturbed areas being seeded and what they're going to be seeded with. It's a bunch of grass species. On the temporary list, only 2 of 6 of the grass species are native to Indiana. The rest of them are not native to the area, which means that it doesn't support our local fauna. And on the permanent seeding list, none of those are native species. So we're talking about disturbing the land and then replacing the plants with things that come from Eurasia, that don't even come from the United States. I do landscaping in Bloomington, and I've had to work to do weed removal for some of these species, particularly the Bermuda grass on the temporary list. I've seen it grow its roots aggressively under a 4-foot slab of concrete. Like, these are not plants that we want to invite into the area. Even though it says temporary seeding, it doesn't mean that it's only temporarily going to be in the environment. It's going to be here forever, and it's going to become a problem for all of us in the area. This lack of understanding says to me that these people are not really responsible enough to be doing a construction project of this size in the area. They need to go to the drawing board, they need to do more research, and when they come here on the commissioners' meeting, they need to present themselves in a way that produces some type of confidence in their ability to do something, or to at least address the things that came up the last time. They barely talked about the road. Did somebody say my time was up? I'm good. That's what I have to say.
Anybody else?
Just sit in the middle, makes more sense. So, my name is Justin Duncan, 6937 Little Flock Road. I'm gonna do this easy. All the other stuff that's going on, it's pretty simple. It's not logical to put the entrance off Little Flock. It's not, and if anybody's been down that road, you know it already. And when you want to start 11 lots and you don't have an end plan, you don't do it. It's pretty simple. They petitioned, if they did petition, if they didn't, it doesn't matter. It's not till the end. You have 11 lots going in, and that yellow line right up there at the very top of that screen, that's my property that attaches to it. The hill goes like this. I know, I grew up there. Been there since 1992. That goes like this. So every septic field on the lots, the 6 lots that are attached to that property right through there, will go down into the ravine right down to my house. Every bit of it. They say it's relatively flat. It's not. Unless they're going to do this with the house and do this with it, with the grading, they'll have to funnel around. Well, when they funnel it around where you know that road's going to go in that they want to do, it's all going to funnel there. So now you have septic and regular water going down through their riprap channel that goes down to Little Flock, but you can't handle the water anyway at an 8% slope. The road coming down on the other side of the hill, which is where they want their interest, is worse than the other side. Mark Deckard slid past my house every year on the bus down to Adam Ressler's house. I had to walk down the road on the ice to get on the bus. Well, now you have this slope, and you have another slope coming down from where they want their entrance. I don't care if they put in a A-cell, D-cell lane on both sides. These people that are coming down this hill, and people coming down this hill, and the bus is coming this way. Where are they supposed to go? Where are they going to stop? Mark Deckard in a bus can't stop. Where is he going to stop there? And if there's kids walking across the road, there's someone coming this way, where do they stop? It's not just about my property, it's about the road. That's the biggest concern here. You can't petition the state of Indiana and get a road put on 43 after you've already built 11 houses on an unsafe road in the first place, and then petition and hope it happens. Are we in the planning of hoping? Because we don't know if it's going to get approved. And you can't see anything from the top of that hill in the summer. I don't know when they did their drainage plan, but if they did it in August, probably not a good time to do it. And if they looked at 900 and some feet from one way, 900 and some feet from another way in the winter, it doesn't matter. When the summer, what about in the summer? There's road, you stand at the top of that hill, you can't see 903 feet. You see about 40. Go look at it. Drive down the road. But everything on that side of the hill flows down this way, and just a little bit there that goes around, he works for the county department, can't remember his name right now. It goes down in front of that hill, but everything else runs to my property.
Time doesn't.
So I appreciate it if we actually look at the road and use the common sense we have. Thank you.
Maybe ask Mr. Digger what he thinks. That's right.
He signed the petition.
Because I know he got on to me about my daughter standing up at the top of the road, make sure, he wanted to make sure he could stop where cars could see.
Give her your name and address, please.
Chris Ercole, 7142 Little Flock Road. I'll keep this brief. I want to touch on parts that I don't feel like we have yet, and that is specific to your introduction, that really we're looking at the ordinances. So I think that we really need to look at Chapter 12, Section 22, and Section 40. Section 22, subsection A states that the plans for a water draining system have to be prepared and registered by a professional civil engineer. I believe that they have done that. But in approving such a plan, the Planning Commission may require off-site improvement of draining outlets to adequately handle the drainage. I think that that's something that needs to be considered in moving forward with this plan, that there will likely need to be additional drainage for the water that's coming down off this road. I think that that needs to be tied into this, and that cannot be separated as stated in Chapter 12, Section 40. And then we have Chapter 12, Section 22, which is in regards to streets, which I know that we have touched on, but I wanted to specifically point out that in Section A, it specifically states that the proposed street layout shall be reasonably related to the topography of the land so as to produce usable lots and streets that shall provide access to all lots within the subdivision. If it's not safe, it's not usable. That's all I have.
Anyone else? Would you guys like to address any of those issues?
We can come back and, one person's comment, the health department did come out to the property and there was soil tests. The soil scientists can't guarantee it's going to work. They just test the soil and say it's the soil type that generally holds, so we can't control that. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And there can't be a house put on it if it doesn't work. So we said that we would bond the infrastructure. So we are backing up that if we go broke, that there is coverage to cover that. The county and the state, I assume, came up with the regulations on the width of all the county roads. We're not in control of that. And the school buses all over the county are dealing with the same widths of the road all over the county.
If I may on that, though, when we were last here, we did ask you guys to look into an actual pull-off for the bus.
At the top of the hill?
At your drive, I mean, if we were putting the drive on Little Flock, which I am not in favor of, I would rather sit on 43. Speaking of which, you applied for a permit. Have you heard any update on the permit?
No.
And when was this applied for?
It was applied for, we got everything submitted last week. We had some surveying issues that we had to work through.
Okay.
It took a little longer, but
Understand, I
since-
don't want the entrance on 43, but if we were gonna do that, the bus needs to have room to pull completely out of the road and stop there. Load the kids, let the cars go by, and then safely pull back on the road. And that was a discussion we had last time we were here.
We can do that,
But here's the thing, I don't even want it there. I mean, but maybe that's a compromise. I just really would rather see it on
He
43.
wants to put a half a mile road parallel to the county road
Yeah,
from the highway, even though the guidelines, the county guidelines prefer to come off the county road. Those county guidelines.
Yeah.
We didn't make that up.
I'm not making it up either. I'm just telling you what I'd like to have. I'm one of however many we got here, so I'm no, you know, no more
We've met all the
special.
ordinances, we've met all the guidelines, public comments, but you guys set the rules, and we've abided by the rules, we've done everything that's been asked of us.
You can go ahead. I didn't mean to disrupt you. I'm just,
Well, and one person commented and passed out the sheet of the school bus regulations. I haven't seen that, but obviously that's something the county's supposed to follow. So everywhere in the county, not just on Little Flock. So if we're not to the standard, a 17-foot road or a 18-foot road is not sufficient, that's a problem of the county completely, not ours. It's just what we're dealing with on that, so.
It says school bus stops cannot be located on curbs or hills where visibility is obscured.
Yeah, but we have visibility on both sides. You have comments saying not, but you've got comments here that we're saying that, you know,
We had a discussion, I told you we would clear, remember we was at the top of the house, so we would clear, we talked to the commissioners.
Yeah.
So we'd clear that whole right side, if that's what was necessary.
you talking about the trees and stuff along the edge of the road? I still think in the wintertime, the bus being off the road would be a big deal.
School bus lane, you can have a lane for the school bus to pull off to load the kids, but in reality, for somebody to hit that bus, they have to be under power coming from either side. It's the crest, literally the crest of the hill. So someone has to be moving up the hill, under power to get that school bus. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna put in a pull-off for a school bus, I'm just saying, realistically, they can say it's a dangerous place if it's obscured, but it's not obscured. You can drive out there at any point to see it. These are facts. These aren't just the comments. These are facts. You can drive out there and look. The top of the hill is the best place for you. You'd rather have it not at the bottom, at the top of the hill. You'd rather have it at the bottom of the hill. Is that what? I mean, I got one question.
No, you can't do that.
is it against county regulations for us to have it off of
What's that?
Little Flock? Is it against county regulations for us to have the entrance off Little Flock?
Obviously not, no. I'm just trying to,
No, we want to be compliant. I mean, the bottom line is we want to comply with the rules and the regulations, the ordinances that the county and the state set forth, and we've done so.
I'm kind of just curious, why we started at the north end of the property instead of the south end at 43.
Pardon me?
Why we would have started at the north end instead of the south end at 43, where maybe a road could have been started and then in phases added to till you got to the north. I mean, just
We did it because if we decide not to move on forward on any more housing, that made the most sense to do it, instead of trying to put a road right through the middle of the and the whole infrastructure, and then you can't sell a house unless the road's totally complete, so we'd have to put 100% of the infrastructure in before we could sell one house, according to the county rules. So it didn't make sense to put multiple houses and roadways in when we're only trying to do the 11. So, and start that far down with the road, so.
can you elaborate on the cul-de-sac down here and then the containment area, the drainage easement area around it? What exactly is that entailing
The
here?
drainage easements that are shown on the plat encompass anywhere where swales or drainage infrastructure goes outside of what was set aside as the right-of-way or the easement for the roads. We have some areas where that drainage exceeds just that road access easement width, which is a combined. And so in those areas, we have additional drainage easement to capture swales.
So what do they do about a driveway into those lots?
culverts. So the standard detail for each lot does include a culvert at each lot, because most of the lots do have a swale along the front, road frontage, so.
So it's awful small. How wide? So let's say lot 1 and lot 6, how wide of a culvert are they gonna need to address that? Because I can't really, I've got bifocals and they're not good
Yeah,
for this.
so,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that should be, one second here.
Well, she does math. Can I interject shortly? Sorry, Norm.
Sure, go ahead.
Were you officially done with your rebuttal?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I keep interrupting him.
Sorry.
You go right ahead.
I think that I was trying to address what I heard comments on, so I think I covered it.
You covered it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, because I know just for procedure's sake and fairness on timing, you have to close your public hearing and then you guys have lots of time to ask questions, but I just want to keep us on track for that sake.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Norm.
We're going to close the public hearing. Commissioner, what are your...
So can you elaborate on that now?
So I don't have that one individually sized, but an 18-inch should more than accommodate flow in that area.
18-inch? I meant how wide?
How long a pipe?
How many feet?
Oh, it depends on the width of the drive in that case.
Right, so what's the width of that swell, or whatever you called it?
So the swale
It's circling
runs around, so the length of the pipe will be dictated by the width of the drive that they install. The drive is going to cross the culvert perpendicularly.
Okay, thanks.
It's up to us to do something.
Unless nobody else got anything? So let me ask you this. I'm not real familiar with Presby system. But I do know, and I've been told, that you could very easily get a septic system, for lack of a better way of saying, to run all 11 of these lots. True?
So you could do a combined system. Combined septic systems come with some high risk because instead of you controlling what you flush down your toilet, you're reliant on 12 people and 12 homes worth of what they flush. That can be a concern with combined septics.
I agree, but I also have a concern with 11 of them up there individually putting in finger systems and drainage, and even though
It does not change the size of them. A combined system is sized exactly the same, so it will just be a larger combined system of exactly the same flows and exactly the same space. It does not make it smaller.
But does it make it less intrusive?
Instead of spot treating this, where you are, let's take pouring water on the sand. Pouring a cup of water on the sand in multiple little spots. You're less likely to have a whole bunch run out than if you pour it all in one spot. When you have the space, separate septics are my preference because of that particular, the combination of those two. You are not talking about a failure of, 11, how many bedrooms are we talking? 3?
2 to 3 bedrooms.
2 to 3 bedrooms. So you're not talking a failure of a 33-bedroom system. You're talking about failure of potentially 1 3-bedroom system if a failure were to occur, which is no different than any other home on the roads. if the wrong things flush down them, anybody that's on a septic, you gotta be careful. So when you are talking about a true combined septic system, that's the risk there, because it essentially turns it into a commercial septic system. But it does not actually, it doesn't make it smaller, it does not change the size of it. And for 33 bedrooms, yeah, you're gonna be multiple beds, even then on a combined system. You're not gonna be a single bed. And considering the topography there, it's not gonna be one big area of these multiple beds, it's still gonna be spread out. Because you have to be on contour with those beds, they have to be built on contour. Typically with commercial septic systems, I end up having to go with smaller bed sizes than you would ideally want anyways, purely because of the topography of the area.
Has the county found that in the last 5 years that new septic systems put in have failed?
We don't have a lot of those yet. That's part of the problem. We're not, or at least I'm not real familiar with what the long-range effects, if you will, or operating of those. It's kind of an unknown. We've got a few.
Typically,
I think they'll put
presby
some
systems.
in. Most everything I've seen is finger system and tanks. So that's my frame of reference.
Yeah.
Well, Presby system is still a finger system and a tank, it's just a different, but it's lining.
Yeah, it's a different lining. It does allow for a more compact installation than is traditional. The film that is developed in those basically eats up everything at a much more efficient rate than your traditional finger system would. Additionally, Presby, and I have not personally had a rehabilitation on any project I've worked on, but I know Infiltrator now owns the Presby system, but they do have a real rehabilitation process. So unlike a finger system, in the event of a failure, the system can be rehabilitated quite often. Not 100% of the time, but it is quite common.
What about the water concerns? I mean, if we've already got cisterns up there, and that sounds like we do, you start poking holes and can't find water.
Well, if we can't find water, we can't build a house.
What's your plan B? I mean,
We won't build a house there and we'll split the lot, or if we can't find water, then we won't build.
I do know in talking with Eastern Heights Water through the Board of Realtors, because that's affecting a lot of Greene County, comes into a little bit of Owen down in that corner. They said there's just no place to get additional water to expand their plant. And that's affecting the economic activity in Greene County. And like I say, that system's bleeding over into Owen County now.
And we met with BBP, with Eastern Heights, and obviously BBP at the time said, if they connected there by the fire station down and connected, then it would back up Eastern if there was ever a problem, if they had a flow problem. So that would be a great thing if they do that, but it's a...
We're talking about millions of dollars making that hookup possible.
Right, to get from point A to point B down 43 there, so. But we have met with them. I've met with them personally 3 times, and one time we got BBP to be there at the same time in their board at Eastern Heights.
Well, we can have a motion to approve, a motion to disallow, and again, these are recommendations back to the commissioners, or we can take no action. That's the choices we've got tonight. crickets is not a good sound.
Well, I guess I'd like to make a statement. First, I want to thank you for the changes that you did make by expanding the lot sizes, going from 11 down to 13, enhancing the covenants. That was one of the requests that was made, to enhance the covenants. Offering to do a bond around the scenario, and also new information that there's going to be Presby systems, which is a much better system for sewers. So I want to thank you guys, your team, for doing that, because those were all positive improvements. I personally am still uncomfortable with it. And I think, to me, it goes back to the comprehensive plan. There's a reason why when the county put together the comprehensive plan, they really didn't look to do development in this part of the county because of all the challenges. I mean, sewer challenges, water challenges, I mean, all of those things. And so I think that's what we're seeing coming up. I mean, it's a big piece of property. Homes would look nice sitting there. But here again, much like many other counties, it's the same issue. It's the infrastructure that's needed to be in there for that level of density. And especially when I heard different individuals here talking about their systems up there. That was new information to me, that I didn't know there was that issue, that level of issue with water up there.
How many of them actually had a cistern?
I don't know, but I
Did
heard,
anybody have a cistern?
I
Right
heard.
here on the hill, Dee has a cistern. Not the top one, I know she has a cistern.
They have a sister, out of necessity, they have a sister because they didn't have $15,000 for what.
So
No, she couldn't get well water.
You know, and the safety issue with the buses, you know, there's an easy workaround for that. And I think you said that if that's what it took, that you would be agreeable to that. For me, it just comes back to, it's a challenge with that piece of property because of the density, the number of homes, and the public infrastructure that's there to support that.
It's 11 homes.
It's 11 homes.
Yeah.
It's not 1,000, it's not 500, it's not 100, it's 11.
Yeah.
It's 11 homes.
Yeah,
You guys keep looking in the
understand that.
future saying, well, what if they do, but we have to come in front of you again if we do anything else.
Year and a half, guys, I mean, this is getting to be ridiculous. I mean, we've met every guideline that's passed by us. We just keep coming back, keep coming back. I don't know what's left.
Yeah, please let us know what we did, what's illegal that we did or did not meet the rules.
Well, I think it's the fact, the comprehensive plan said this is not a
The plan that got
residential.
turned down,
The comprehensive plan said.
that got voted down by
This is an
the
agricultural
residents of the
area.
county.
It's not a single-family area, and now we're trying to put a subdivision.
But we can't talk about hypotheticals that doesn't exist. The comprehensive plan doesn't exist anymore. It was a guideline to start with, and then the way I understood it, it got voted down.
No, the Unified Development Ordinance got voted down. The comprehensive plan, we're under a new
But
one.
it's still the guide, okay.
So, but at this point, this is zoned single-family residential. I believe what you're addressing is more in the rezone realm than in the subdivision realm at this point. So at this point, a subdivision is allowed on this parcel at the sizes and configurations that we're talking about. And I think that is where my clients are getting a little frustrated.
I'm a little frustrated also, though, that, and I mentioned it, and we have some tonight, we're gonna rezone that aren't being subdivided before us to be rezoned. And it's like, if we're not gonna approve it, why would it be rezoned? We're getting the cart before the horse, it seems to me. I don't know why it's done that way.
And that, I think that is a code and ordinance issue, but that's the approach we had to take.
That's what the law, that's the way we're doing it. It doesn't seem right to me because we're building false hopes. You know, oh, why did you rezone me and then not let me do it? You know, it's like, why don't we say, can it be done there? then rezone. But I didn't write the rules, I just have to play by them. World would be a better place if I wrote all the rules, but it's not. What's your pleasure, men, ladies?
I'll make a motion to decline it. Based on several different things that we've discussed, and some things that we haven't, I still have a question of the drainage and the flooding that occurs in the area. I still haven't seen anything related to sidewalks. The bus safety issue, that would need to be added on here for the ingress and the egress. And I think that's it.
Well, we have a motion to deny, and again, this is referred to the commissioners, and they could overrule what we said.
Subdivisions don't go to commissioners.
Huh?
Subdivisions don't go to
Okay, I'm
commissioners.
sorry.
You guys get final rule on
We
it.
get final vote. Thank you. Correct. Is there a second? Motion dies for lack of a second. Is it those who did not speak, that we send it to the commission? Oh, we're not sending it to the commission. I'm sorry. So we have to either yes or no this.
You can yes, no, or you can table it.
There's
If you-
still a typo that we need to deal with too on here that you showed me. You need to make them aware of that.
Yes, I left a message with your
Yes,
office
we
if
are-
you were aware.
Yeah, okay.
I know you don't want to spend money. I'd like to see an exploratory well somewhere up there on one of these lots. I know it's a cost. I'd like to see a well that actually hit water on one of these lots. I know you don't want to spend the money to drill a well because it's expensive to do so, but I also, he just said, if you drill and hit nothing.
We got to drill a well to build a house, and that's the first.
What's that?
That'd be the first thing we do is drill a well.
I know, but it's too late after the fact. I mean, if we, you know what I'm saying?
We might need to drill one
Drill
before,
one in advance.
yes.
Yeah.
An
Is that,
exploratory.
I mean, you show me you can hit water there, at least I think that it can happen. I'm still not sold on the sewage part. And I will not sign off on anything that doesn't have a way for that bus to get off of that road to pick up kids and pull back on. That's an easy one.
It's a non-issue.
And I brought that one up last time and it wasn't addressed, so, I mean,
We took the commissioners out there and walked them up and down that saying that we would do it.
I must not have went on
You're
that.
talking to one of the commissioners.
Yeah, I didn't go on that one. I've been on the property once with you,
Right.
but that's it.
Right.
So, and when I drove that hill that they're talking about, and I drove it in the summertime, my feeling was the same as what they're saying in the wintertime, what I'm concerned about. Is,
You and Dave Risk were in my truck.
Yeah,
And I said, I will
You were
clear
out
this.
there.
you said you would clear the
I said I would
trees,
clear all these trees.
but then I came back, I drove it later on when they were getting ready to pave it and stopped up there about wherever you had the markings.
Right.
And I'm like, oh boy, in the wintertime, the trees won't be the issue, the stopping on that road will be the issue. So that's my concern. I want to see that bus not on the road. And I don't, who
Well, it
owns
would
that
be even
route?
easier if the bus pulled
Oh,
in.
yeah. I mean, I
Picked
can
up the
talk
kids,
to
backed
Mark
up
and,
and turned
I mean,
around.
I know Mark through the schools, I can talk to him and see what he actually would need out there. I don't think that's a big ask on my part.
It's not a big ask. To be honest, it wasn't, I chose not to address it because it wasn't an ordinance. It's not, there's no law that said we had to do it.
There's no law, but to me, it just makes good neighborly sense to do it.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I do want, I mean, I'd like the trees to be gone too, just so everybody can see up through there.
We just want to move forward. Like I said, it's been a year and a half. We just keep going back, and the process wasn't conducted properly from the beginning, and it just keeps snowballing, and we just keep going on and on, and we address the issues. But we address the issues that we're required to address. If you require that you say we can move forward, assuming and you say for a fact that you'll put in and pull off, and I'm not going to call this literally nothing. It's not work to us. It's not that. It's not a problem. We clear the trees, we put in and pull off.
Are the trees cleared now?
No, we haven't done it.
Okay.
It's going to be an expense.
We haven't done anything because we don't have permission to do it. That's why we're here, is to get permission to.
But when we take the trees out, the national plan, we take the trees out. We can't, it's a non-winning for us.
Right.
Last time we met, you said you wanted to see it off 43, that was something that you were stuck on.
Well, that was the whole subdivision. They're talking about the top half doing it in phases. So,
Sure, but they didn't even submit the permit for it
We're
until
not
last week.
going back there.
Right. Is there a motion to table?
Yes, I'll make a motion to table. I want the permit back. I want to talk to Mark about that pull-off, see what he actually needs, because I don't want to tell you, build a highway and he only needs a parking pad. But that's kind of where I'm at.
With the stipulation.
What's that?
You can't approve with stipulations.
Well, what about the paper I gave you, Indiana Department of Education, about the school bus stuff? You
On the
said-
top of the hill. Hers.
The first year I was out there, that first winter, I was out working in my garage.
Public comment is closed, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Give me a chance to reference what you're talking
I
about.
think we got a motion on the table.
We do have a motion. We need a second.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to table this. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. It is 5-4. Any opposed? One abstention. Amy's abstaining because her husband did survey work. Now, Norm, did you see that you were looking for?
Yeah, I can't find it now.
Well,
Just what you,
This guy right here is what you're looking for, the school.
Look where the, yeah, the school bus one.
we'll try to get these things so you can get to us.
Yes. Thank you.
So from this point, the process is you'll give us a ruling of why you tabled it and what we need to address, or how
I
does
think we
that go?
just
So-
named some reasons why.
So
Will those reasons be in the minutes?
she should have the minutes.
Yes, and I'm
of
getting ready to make a clarification with Norm on what I wrote down, so I can make sure that's right.
Okay.
Your next deadline will be August 14th for a September meeting. Norm, I have written very, very quickly,
Okay.
clear trees, add pull-off, drill, exploratory well, talk to bus driver, and I also have a short note written down, or was writing down a short note of permit back. Are you talking about state highway?
43, yeah.
Four-way?
Yeah, 43. I'd like to see that permit so that they're not going to stick it to you. Huh?
Even though you want to.
It don't matter, you'll have a permit so you can go down it really, because long range, that's where we want most of the traffic to go, if not all of it, if we go with this. So,
We have to have the permit in hand, we have to sign off.
well, I'd like to see the state say that you can actually put it in there before.
We can't put that road in for 11 lots.
I'm asking you to get the permit. I'm asking you to get the permit.
The road to go to nowhere.
I think he just wants to
Please tell me
see
he's lit-
the approval, not necessarily the road in place.
It's
just
the
need to see
approval
the
so that you
permit's been
know,
approved by
in
the
the, for
state.
phase 2, if phase 2 were to proceed, that we have already.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, okay.
Yep, all right.
And yes, I will get you something that
Thank you
says
for your time.
exactly what he's asked for now that I know.
right,
his notes
thank
are
you.
correct.
Next. We have a rezone. Brett, you're up next.
All right. Brett Franklin and my wife Cheryl Franklin Trust. We have 11 acres on.
Let's clear the room.
Are you gonna try to pull it up?
Yes. There is a drainage plan that has unofficially been addressed. That is as much information as I have right now.
So just
I tried
all
to
of
get
that
more
place
of the answer and all.
It's right across the street.
Across the street.
It was Wilma and Marvin Miller's
Okay.
little spot right there, and
Okay.
it joined, and
Yeah.
so my mom's is right to the south of,
Okay.
south of it there.
Where's your road now?
This is my mother's farm, and this is the little 11 acres right across the street from it.
Right, did you go up the hill there?
Yeah.
The hill starts, right there, and goes up on River Road there, right up to the state park.
Got to turn around, that's what the problem is. Okay, I got you.
Everything seems backwards to me looking at that, but
Yeah, I'm
43,
thinking,
46.
I'm
Does
thinking
that
hill's
help?
over here and it's over here, gotcha.
Does that help you?
Yeah, I got you.
for us old people, that is on Old State Road 46.
46, yeah.
That was the state highway at one time. Okay.
Can you see how wide that is?
So I purchased the 11 acres that has a single house dwelling, approximately 1,100 square foot house on it, right there. And I was wanting to be able to put, change it to residential instead of ag. I've got all the utilities are there, sewer, water, gas, electric, are all on the road.
Is that out of the floodplain or is that lower section flood?
No, it's not in the floodplain.
Okay. Okay.
See nothing wrong with that.
Because we got to have a hearing on this. So let's go through this again. Tonight, we have 3 different requests for rezone. This is the first one. These requests are typically amendments of zoning or rezoning. Consider these requests, the Plan Commission pay reasonable regard to the comprehensive plan, current condition and character of current structures and uses of each district, the most desirable use in which the land in each district is adapted, the conservation of property values through jurisdiction, responsible development, and growth. Pursuant to IC 36-7-6-604, before a Plan Commission certify a proposal to the legislative body, the Plan Commission must hold a public hearing. The Plan Commission give notice of hearing by publication under IC 5-3-1. The notice must state time and place of the hearing and geographic location is subject to the zone map change. This notice does not require the identification of any real property by means and bounds. A description of the proposed change in the zone maps, the place for a copy of the proposal on file or examination before the hearing, the written objection to the proposal that are filed with the Secretary of the Commission before the hearing will be considered. The oral comments concerning the proposal will be heard. That the hearing may be continued from time to time as may be found necessary. Due notice to interested parties. The Plan Commission shall also provide a due notice to interested parties at least 10 days before the date set for the hearing. Owners of the real property to a depth of 2 ownerships must receive notice. The hearing must be held at the Plan Commission place stated in that notice. The files of the Plan Commission concerning proposals are public records and should be kept available at the Plan Commission's office for inspection by an interested party. Pursuant to IC 36-7-4-605, a proposal to change the zone maps may be certified with a favorable recommendation or an unfavorable recommendation or no recommendation. The legislative body shall consider recommendation of the Plan Commission before acting on this proposal. Legislative body being that of the commissioners. So, we have done notice.
Yes.
And have you had any written objections?
Yes, you should have one in front of you. One was submitted from Pam Rogers.
I read it, but I need to read it again.
It should have been right in the front behind your cover.
So do we meet the dates? Because it states we didn't meet the,
You met the dates. I came in on a Saturday, the 11th, to mail letters out. If you look at the Plan Commission meeting calendar, because we work Monday through Friday, and that's also submitted, but I put it with your meeting agenda just because it was connected to all of her submissions for objections to applications. If you look at the meeting calendar that the Plan Commission voted on, because we work Monday through Friday, that calendar says that that needs done by Friday, but the actual 10-day notice is Saturday, the 11th. So I came in on Saturday to make sure that was done on the 11th. That's your 10 days.
and there's always confusion on the preliminary plat. Was there supposed to be a preliminary plat?
It is just a rezone.
Right.
So we're
So it goes back to what Bill was saying, we're rezoning before we see a plat.
Yeah.
But that's the way it's written right now, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Like I say, if
Change
we
it.
would do that and then say, you can't build on it, do it, say, well, why did you rezone it? Good question.
Yeah. Once again, it's backwards. But
Backwards, but, you know, also with this one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to follow the rules. I
Yeah,
even went
this
in
is not
today
a
to ask
problem.
if I,
This is not your problem, this is
So-
the county's, I guess.
We did change that
And-
in the information we sent to the
Right.
county to approve.
Yeah.
And with this one, also, one of the things that we talked about, Brett and I talked about before we brought this to the Plan Commission, was the availability of all utilities at this
Oh,
location.
if we had this availability, and
Yeah.
most of the places that came to us, it makes the job a lot easier. But we don't, but this one, I mean, it's got all the things we need down there, water, sewer,
So,
it's not in a floodplain. So right now, before us is what, just do we rezone residential from agricultural, right?
yes.
I make a motion that we,
We have to have a hearing.
oh, well, that's right, we gotta have public. Do we open the public? We do it.
I'm opening a public meeting right now.
All right.
So, Brett, tell us what you want to tell us.
well, I mean, the initially, it just, we got the property because they were family, friends, and my mom and them, they just took care of each other all these years. And the goal, my parents are, my mom's elderly, and the original goal was just to get it so my nephew could be there across the street from my mom. But we agreed to pay appraisal price for it. It came in a lot higher than what we were hoping, and so I'm just trying to make it to where you can possibly afford the house, you know, if all works out, so.
Any public comment? Yeah, Brett, your setback. Just be sure and state your name and address for the secretary, please.
How many towers in here?
Hi, my name is Deborah Zellers, and my address is 106 Deer Creek Hills, Greencastle, Indiana. I am here representing my father and family, John Hackworthy. I am John's middle daughter of 3. And we are here just to say that we would oppose the change from agriculture to zone single family. We own a property adjacent to this property and have enjoyed for 50 years a lot of solitude and just a beautiful piece of property out the back of our home that's been unobstructed by buildings or anything else. And we are concerned that this change would cause a depreciation of our property value because one of its biggest assets is the views out the back of the property and the seclusion that affords. And as my father has just recently put the home up for sale, we are concerned that buyers seeing the rezoning and the potential for development off the adjacent edge of our property would affect the property values. And that is why I'm here today.
Heather, can you point out where, I mean, I know it's in Park Hill Estates, but which one of those?
My father's address is 1550 Park Hill Drive, and it is where the numbers are 60, 10, 22, yes, right there.
That's what I thought, but I just wanted to be sure.
Yes.
You have anything else?
No, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's the size of those lots in there?
Inside Park Hill Drive?
Yeah, that's a subdivision, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So
What size is that lot right there?
It's about
this
5
one
acres.
we're on?
isn't
4
it?
acres.
Yeah.
4 acres.
It's a larger one in comparison, it looks like. This map runs a little slow. This one's.
This is all public record, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's not, it has a notice on the bottom. But this one's the citizen side anyway, so it's all public.
Okay.
Many of these lots are smaller. This 4-acre one and the one beside it are large, but many of these lots are small.
And actually, if he wanted to cut that 11 acres into a 5 and a 6, he could do that, and we'd have no say.
As long as he didn't use an easement, he could. Up to a certain amount. He becomes a minor subdivision at a certain point, so it would depend on how he did it.
If he kept it 5 acres or more, though, it's just be ag.
Well, yes, that's true. With him being ag, he could. If a rezone's approved, it would be different, but ultimately what you're currently looking at is the rezone.
How big were the lots next to the Hackworthy property to the east?
This side of the GIS is not, okay, this side of the GIS is currently not giving me the answer. That's why I like the other side I use better. But I can't access it from this computer.
The one to the east is 1.29, and the one to east of it is 1.58. Farther over is 1.08.
Are all those serviced with water and sewer?
Yes, not sewer. They have
Not
septic.
sewer? They have septic up
They
there?
have city water.
But there's sewer down River Road, right?
Sewer on River Road, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, then
not
this-
the Park Hill.
No, it's just to get to
Right.
the
Hoosier
Hoosier Energy, so it doesn't go very far down.
Will it service this property, the sewer? No?
I mean, that's a long way. I can't imagine them putting a sewer line into that.
To where?
To your property?
It's already there.
This is the middle of the
It
road.
goes down the road. It
It's
goes
right
down
down
the
the
center of the
middle of
road.
the
So I already have sewer's already there, and there's taps off to the property.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally right in front of there.
I called the sewer department on it, and yeah.
I just thought it went as far as to cross in to use your energy. And
So there's actually a way to attach to it on this property?
On the road, I mean, all the utilities will run down the road.
Right, but I mean,
Yes,
you can attach to it.
yes.
It's not a 12-inch main line going through there and no,
I don't know the exact size of the sewer.
no way to
line
attach to it.
that goes down the road,
Okay.
but obviously it's big enough because your master plan wants to connect to it, so.
Right.
It's the same line you're wanting to connect to on your master plan, so. Unless they're gonna put in new sewer systems.
Any other comments?
My name is Philip Sheffield. I'm at 1552 Park Hill Drive, and I know nothing other than my wife gave me the paper to come down here.
Can you, before you start, I didn't hear your name, I'm sorry.
Philip Sheffield.
Thank you.
So I know nothing about this other than a little bit I've heard. You're wanting to change the zoning to us
Property in yellow.
from agriculture to a family,
Single family.
single family.
Yeah.
So now, is that single families or a single family resident on that property? What, is this for future building one house or a bunch of houses? Do we know?
Well, that's why we say it's backwards. It would be better if we knew what was gonna happen before we, the way the rules are written.
Well, that's
The only thing
unfair for
before
him,
us-
it's unfair to us.
No, it's not fair to anybody. That's
It's not fair to
what we're
you.
saying.
Who do we
What's
talk-
before us tonight is, do we rezone from, and let me stop this because I'm taking up your time. What's before us is, do we rezone it single family from agriculture? That's all we can look at right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, so as a member of the county living here, how do I get that changed? That your whole screw up thing. Who do we embarrass in public to get this part fixed? Because that's unfair to all of us.
Right, this happened in
Is it a state-
2009, something like that?
Is it a state thing or a county thing?
No, it's
County
county.
thing.
Oh, well, that's easy.
And we-
I can embarrass somebody locally real easy.
Well, they're already, I doubt they're, 2003 is the one that we're working
Are
on.
you?
And we have addressed it in, we're trying to fix the thing. Right.
We had proposed to that body. the
Are those
change.
people, are they elected?
Yes.
Well, it's not that hard on us, is it? We can change that.
Yeah. Well,
And I don't have a problem with it.
We-
Just give me their names and I'll, okay, so I wouldn't have a problem with somebody saying, I bought this land and I want to build my house on there. I got a problem with it being zoned and then somebody later, we having to fight them because it's a subdivision, just like the previous group that was in here. So I don't know how you guys fix that mess, because I'm at 1552, and I also have the lot that is 26 that is. So I have the one you have yellow, and then the one right down here, that one. Which I have a little bit of buffer, depending on somebody would build a house in there, on that property that he's trying to get rezoned. But if you start putting a bunch of houses in there, then it affects all of us, a whole lot more. And I like to say, call it lifestyle. My lifestyle is, I don't want to hear other people's noise pollution. I have a race car. Most of my neighbors couldn't even tell you I have a race car. I train dogs that are not very polite. My neighbors for 3 years didn't know I had dogs. I don't I don't do professional grade fireworks. That's for the professionals. I ain't gonna do that to my neighbors. It's a lifestyle. I don't do anything that will impede on my neighbors. And all I ask is whoever lives around me do the same respect, because if they don't, then I turn into a Hatfield. Nobody wants that. So.
I've been your neighbor since 1978. Didn't know it, did you?
Didn't know, see? Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. So I don't know what you guys do. I don't know what to tell you about this, because the system is totally screwed over. And it's a shame that it's been this long, evidently, that it's been this way.
I had time, by the way.
So, you know my name, get with me. I would love to know the ones that need to either change it or be kicked out of office. I don't know what else to say.
It's been changed, it's just gotta be ratified.
You know, if it's a single family, good luck. Okay, good luck. But so have the others.
I grew up there, I don't live there now. My mother does.
All right.
Good luck with this.
Any other public comment?
I think to be fair with all of us, we need to get this paperwork straightened out so we know what we're doing ahead of time, because we've already got this all messed up on Little Flock. And this is something that, I know it's not fair to them because they bought it, they thought that something was going to happen, but it's not fair to anybody else. In the same way here with those people, they're going to be running into the same thing if it goes to residential and they want to put 11 houses there. So, you know, everybody's going to be in that same position until we decide what the rules are on agricultural and residential, and so we know what we're doing before we send it somewhere else. Thank you.
Hey, I know this is redundant, but can you, thank you.
4922 Little Flock Road.
And your name?
Janet Malachi.
Thank you, dear.
Anyone else?
I also have property on Timberview on Little Flock.
Okay. Public comment is closed. Board comment?
Oh, he gets a rebuttal also.
Yeah. And anything you want to?
I'm not trying to do anything disrespectful out there, but Mr. Hackworthy's been a pillar of our community, and I'm sure some of the other neighbors that I don't personally know. I don't want to affect his view. So whatever I do will be done.
I will say this, the comprehensive plan does have a portion in there about the nature and the character of the surrounding community. So with what we've gotten before us tonight, we're a ways from that, but I would hope that you would take that into consideration no matter what you do out there, depending on what we come up with tonight. And we also need to maybe push that piece forward because we can see it's an issue. We may have to do it like we did the water and just kind of present it on its own merit, because this is kind of ridiculous. Yeah.
I believe the comprehensive plan though shows that as some development area because of the sewer.
It does, but you know, there's some statement in there about the character and the surrounding community and trying to meet the character of the surrounding community. In other words, don't come in and build an airport in the middle of a residential area.
Or I'm thinking you've got 11 acres there, building 20 houses or building 2.
Yeah, that's,
you know, I mean,
yeah, well,
3. That's
unfortunately, what's before us tonight is, do we rezone it or not?
right.
So that's
Any
the
other
question.
public comment?
I mean, in its current stage, it's mostly wooded, so the only agriculture that you would do would be harvesting trees. And if he goes in there tearing up a bunch of trees, that's gonna make a lot of noise and disrupt neighbors and stuff.
We already did it.
Already did?
Did they say anything?
Didn't know you did it?
Nobody's commented to me.
I mean, I would think since you have a timber company, if there was timber there, you probably already harvested it.
So where are we at?
We need to take some action.
Well, we need to close the public hearing first.
He did.
We did?
I thought I did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. This is, again, subject to commissioners.
Right.
I'll second it.
Been properly moved and seconded that we approve this zone request. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. All opposed, motion carries 6-0. All right, thank you. Sure. Yeah. We're going to take a 5-minute recess.
What are we doing?
Just take a 5-minute. Recall back to order. The next one in front of us is Sherman Properties, minor subdivision preliminary plat. This is up north of Gosport, up near the old Gosport number 4 schoolhouse.
All right. My name is Andrew Couch. I'm the owner of Sherman C. Properties, located at 10285 Baseline Road, which is pulled up here. Wanted to start out by thanking you all for considering my request this evening. I know it's been a long evening already. I'm requesting a minor subdivision of 4.7 acres located on this property. So there are actually 2 parcels as part of this. That's 3.7 there, and then 1 acre right there. I made a proposal a year and a half ago before the zoning board to make the property multifamily. It's been used as a mobile home park in the past, just so I wouldn't need to move a home in and out within 6 months to still be grandfathered in. The proposal was rejected by the zoning board because the county plan wanted to maintain the area as either ag use or single family. So that's a little history there. I just want to make the property compliant with the current zoning and plan laws, so I'm requesting the minor subdivision of the property. The property was built for its current use in the early 1980s. My plan is to keep things on the property operating as they always have been. There are currently 3 homes on the property. I'm requesting to divide the 4.7 acres into 4 roughly 1.1 to 1.3 acre lots, and then there would be a home on each lot. So really just bringing the use that it's always been used for up to compliance. So, and I can answer any questions that you may have.
The homes are existing there now?
Correct.
Correct. Okay.
They have separate septics and wells, or they?
Yes, yeah. Actually, let me clarify that. So there are separate septics for each. Those have all been signed off by John Reeves. The proposed 1 acre where that home is right there, it has its own well. The other 3 parcels have a shared well. There's currently not a shared well agreement in place. I put a proposal for one in there, just so you could see what the language would look like or whatever. But yeah, currently 3 of those parcels would have a shared well.
No issue with water out there?
No.
And you own all 3 of those?
Correct.
So I'm confused. You own all 3 of them, but there's someone else living in them.
Yeah, so I own the property.
Right. But you're not living on the property.
Correct.
So do you rent these?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it's historically been used as a mobile home park, and I bought it 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I guess, in October.
I would tell you to get that shared easement recorded and stuff on that well, which if you ever go to sell it, it's going to be an issue to find it. I just dealt with a government repo house that had a shared well but no agreement, and the neighbor shut the water off.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple maps.
She picking up your friend.
Thank you.
Is there any public comment? I guess we'll close. And any questions from the Plan Commission?
So does the deed and the plat not match, or do they?
I didn't see the issues that
Okay.
you're reading about.
Do we have a written objection?
Yes, you should have one, again, right behind your cover page from Pam Rogers. That would be your one public comment. And again, your calendar that was with your minutes will attach to that as well.
So the roads aren't on the plat? correct? Or are they?
The, oh, you're asking me, or?
Yeah, her.
Okay,
I was asking her.
So you have an easement description that goes with your plat. That legal description, in my conversations with Jason,
Yeah.
it's my understanding that with our mapping department, that legal description suffices. I could stand corrected on that, but I have talked with Jason before and been told that.
The legal description on the easement.
You also have an EO point of beginning easement on your plat that shows as existing. If you look, it's listed and described.
It shows a 20-foot easement with
Yes.
center line.
Yes, and if you look to, there's an area on the right side that says point of beginning lot 1, and then
All right.
just under that, point of beginning lot 2, point of beginning easement lot 2, it's shown there.
Right.
I don't see a problem.
And then you have an easement description to match it.
I also want to mention that the easement drawn here is an already existing drive that's been there for, since the property was.
I know, but if we don't show it on the plat, then we get blowback from folks in the community. So, but it's there.
Yes.
It's on there.
And I know there's also question on that easement width, but again, that's an existing, already in place
Well, it
easement.
says 20 feet there, so.
Yes.
Is the road 20 feet wide currently? I bet it's not.
I mean, it's wide enough for a car, like the road is not 20 feet, no.
Well, your surveyor's got it marked.
Okay, I mean, I can't say for sure, like, I didn't measure it, so, yeah, I mean, I would.
Can 2 cars pass on it?
Do what?
Can 2 cars pass on the road, or does one of them have to get over?
I mean, one of them would probably have to get over.
I mean, you're talking about 4 houses.
Yeah. Well, actually, only, yeah, correct.
You're going to end up with 4, right?
Correct.
All right. And is it going to be another single wide?
Correct, yeah.
So run me through that water thing again. Which one has the water? Lot 1?
Can I
Yeah,
step up to that?
absolutely.
So there's a proposed lot right up here roughly for 1 acre.
Yep.
There's a well right there for that.
Okay.
And then the well that services these 3 proposed lots is on this lot, and it runs along the back of the property and then goes into the house. Yeah.
So this one would be on lot 1, if I'm looking at it right. This one's lot 2.
Correct.
Lot 4 would be your other well you're talking about.
Yes.
And lot 1, or 3, I mean, is the original one with the water already.
Correct.
It's on water.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you had an agreement written up in here on the well, right?
A proposed agreement,
Proposed
yes.
agreement?
Yeah. They recommended not going through like all the hoops until we figured out, had this meeting to figure out what was, what your thoughts were on it.
Bill, you're a real estate guy. Is this common practice for a shared water?
Yeah.
As long as you've got an agreement?
As long as you've got a recorded agreement. The problem is whenever you have one, you don't have a recorded agreement, then,
There's several of them like that, all over.
So is this a rezone or is this a?
It's a rezone.
No, this one's your subdivision.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I heard rezone, and I'm like, it's already zoned
sorry.
single family, so.
That's the previous one he wanted to build multifamily.
Yes.
Yeah,
wanted to
I
keep
don't-
it as is, and so I tried to make it multifamily, because technically, multiple mobile homes on one lot is multifamily. That was rejected,
Right.
just based on the plan.
Well,
it has, so.
multifamily opens us up to all kinds of duplexes and two people living in, we didn't, that doesn't match the character of that area, even though this has been a something, but we've been there and done that, so.
And again, we've met all the requirements of posting and notification and et
Yes.
cetera. No written thing other than the one we got.
Other than the one that you have, yes.
Gentlemen, what's your pleasure?
I mean, he's answered all I've got for him.
I think he's trying to fix something that's been broken.
Yeah.
Correct, yes.
Yeah,
So-
actually, the subdivision right behind this property, like most of those lots are like .6, .75.
Drive?
like- Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's a known
Good
issue
luck
in the
on
area.
fixing that one.
And you would agree that's probably not.
You're looking for a motion, Bill?
Yes, I am.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, there's a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
It's been seconded by Daniel. Any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. All opposed? Go for the commissioners for this one, correct?
No, this one is approval from you
That's
all,
right, 'cause
so
it's a minor.
he'll just need to get me that plat that we discussed with the signature lines, and then I'll let you know when it needs signed.
So when will you also be in charge of seeing the finalized agreement for the 3 that's gonna run off the single well?
We don't need to see that. I'm just saying when he goes.
She needs to get that recorded somewhere. He needs to.
He would have to record that.
As long as he's a
Yeah.
landlord, he can pull.
Okay.
Yep,
I just wanna make sure it happens,
I
because
just-
you just
yeah.
said,
yeah.
if we don't have one, it's a mess.
Yeah, and that's why I asked him to please provide, and I asked him to make sure he created one and provided it to you to make sure that it was going to be part of this application process, and that there would be one in existence, because I knew that that would be something you guys would want.
I commend you on your paperwork, sir.
Thank you for trying to straighten up a mess.
Yes.
All right, next, we have a rezone of Daniel and Emily. It's a different spelling for Emily than I'm used to.
Yes, thank you. That doesn't always.
And this is a split off your mother's place.
Yes.
You want to tell us what you want to do?
Build a house. That's splitting off the property. It was originally zoned as agricultural, there's a public wooded area there, from my parents' property. Many, many years ago, kind of that south end was in Franklin Township, I think, and one of the other one else. So there are 2 separate areas. That one got zoned as agricultural. Yeah, and now we're going to be putting a house in a little 2.5 roughly acres.
So is that the original farm all the way around it, on 3 sides there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the property that is just below that. Yeah, so my mother currently has all like that upper area as well as that lower area. And then we are partitioning off below where that little circle drive is, right down in there. Yeah.
Not in the floodplain though, right?
Not in the floodplain, no. Yeah, we're taking up kind of a section just above it.
Right in there?
Yeah. So it is.
We need a pointer or.
Yes, we do. We are going to have to work on that.
Or color applicants.
Yes, get a pointer in here.
So you're wanting to just rezone that one lot as single family?
Yes.
From agricultural?
Yeah, we would rather be able to take care of it without her having to deal with anything.
Um,
It's easier.
Well and septic, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
We've already had somebody out to look at the well,
Well, they-
and
you're
we're in
drilling
the process
here
of
real
talking
soon.
to.
Oh, you're drilling a well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's apparently the giant lake of water in between.
Yeah.
So no water issues for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the good part of the.
Yeah.
There is a body of water flowing bigger than the Mississippi. I
Yeah,
know.
that's what we heard, it's huge.
We're
Yes.
trying to drain it to.
Well,
Have
that was all gypsum land.
Right, yes, they wanted to.
And they
be-
couldn't
they
harvest,
wanted
the
to-
biggest deposit of gypsum in the world.
Yeah.
But they can't get it because they go to get it and it falls in this big lake that's underneath it.
Yeah, but they can't drain it. so-
Have you had your septic permit or checked for septic yet?
We haven't gone that far yet. We've had a friend of ours who's a contractor come out and kind of walk the property with us, and we talked a little bit about where we could put some septics as an option, but haven't had anybody officially mark it off.
Would you turn on your mic just so we, sorry.
How do I?
Just push the button there and rest.
Button?
There you go.
Okay, yes, sorry.
John Reeves will tell you you'll need to get a soil scientist to do it.
Yes, of course.
But that doesn't hinder what we're doing tonight.
No,
No.
not at all. And, let me just go through this. Meets the comprehensive plan. Current condition, character, structure, and uses in each district. Most desirable for which the land. Conservation property values through the jurisdiction and responsible development and growth. Let me just say, as a person, a dad, I like it when kids take part of the family farm, instead of moving away.
Sure. Well, and the boys are going to be inheriting the property, and we thought, oh,
Yeah.
who's probably there?
I commend you for staying here.
Public comment?
Any public comment? I don't see anyone here that would care in the public.
I'll move that we approve this request.
Been moved and seconded, we approve this request. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Who was my second?
Daniel. So Bill went down
Guys, you've
through,
been waiting all night.
Bill went through those very quickly. Did you get it? Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Wagler? Oh, this is the baseball field.
Hello, guys. So you guys are probably tired of hearing all of our problems, huh?
We're just glad no one's here to complain.
So I'm Martin Wagler, and I'm here to talk about the property at 15103 Denmark in Coal City.
Okay.
Go ahead, Delmer, introduce yourself if you want.
I'm Delmer Marner. Go ahead.
So we are a part of the Amish community that moved to Owen County and Clay County in 2020. And we're thankful to be a part of this community. And as a community, we purchased the Beach Church, which lays to the western part of the county on the southwest corner of Beach Church Road and Denmark Road. And we have that for our schoolhouse now. So Andrew and Susie Wagner gave us the opportunity to buy land on the north side of Denmark across from our school property, and we wanted to buy a small tract of that land for a baseball diamond for our kids and our youth. We built the ball diamond in 2025, then we had a surveyor come out to survey the small tract of land, and it surveyed for 2.7 acres. So being it is less than 5 acres, we want to rezone the tract of land where the ball diamond sits from agricultural to institutional/public, same as what our school would be zoned. being it is going to be recorded same as in the same name as our school, we wanted it to be zoned the same way.
So it'd be Heritage Community be the owner?
No, we will be the owner.
Okay.
So Delmer is here in the behalf of the school. He's the chairman of the board. And I am here on the behalf of the sellers, which is Andrew and Susie Wagler. And if there's anything else to Heather, well, you can.
Well, it's showing here on the application, Heritage Community Development Corp is the owner.
So they are, who would own it at the time for Andrew and Susie. They hold the mortgage.
Okay.
And so this, as a community, basically the same people that own the church would be buying this property, the 2.7 acres.
So we'll go off the tax rolls then?
Yeah. Or pardon me, what'd you say there?
We'll go off the tax roll, it will be tax exempt, or it'll still be paying taxes?
Yes, it'll go off the,
Okay.
yeah.
Just asking. Is there any public comment?
So it's currently already a baseball diamond.
It is, yes.
So, can I ask a question? What's the motivation for rezoning it?
So we wanted to purchase the property and get it into basically the same people own the school, like as a community, as the baseball diamond. And we couldn't purchase it, being that we couldn't help. I guess I'm gonna let Heather answer that.
The current zoning on that property is agricultural, and for the school to purchase the land at less than 5 acres, they cannot keep that zoning at agricultural at less than 5 acres. So they needed to look at a rezone anyways, so it made the most sense to have the school purchasing it, to rezone it to match what the school zoning already is.
That makes sense, okay.
I'm assuming it gets used a lot.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
I have a friend at Owen who has a baseball field, and other people even play there, non-Amish. And I went to see him one day, and there's all these kids parked in his driveway, so we had to move cars to get back to it. But he said, I don't know who's there, somebody rents that about every day. So I know that it's used down there. Any questions?
That was my question.
I'll move to approve.
Is a motion to approve?
Second.
Is a second? Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Raise your hand. All opposed? Carries 5. 6 of them, sorry. Can't count. I think the late hour, I'd like to just move everything that's on our agenda to next month's. Hopefully it won't be so. Will it be, Heather?
Currently, I do not have anything that has been turned in for your next month's agenda. So if you would like to still convene for any other purposes, I know I've brought you rules of procedure that have been rewritten. I know that there are other things that could be maybe discussed as a plan commission, just in general. BZA, potentially BZA appointments, potentially.
I do have one. So, and it's only because I was asked tonight, on the plan commission member recommendation, we've already made that recommendation to the commissioners, correct, or have we?
No, there's no commission, or there's no recommendation having
You want
been
to
made
report
yet.
on the interview, and then we can act on that and then make that recommendation?
Sure.
So I know we did, there was a few people that showed up for a meeting. There wasn't a quorum. You still were able to discuss with one potential member, but there is still another person that is also interested. You guys have not been able to have anyone meet with them yet, but they are still interested. That being said, you still have 2 positions open, and 2 people interested, but I do think that it is important that we note that the public should be aware that there are still open positions, and everyone should still have that opportunity to submit interest for that other open position, now that there is one more open position.
And we're doing this as a committee, so I would
Right.
like the next round of interviews, different people interview the next person.
So I was on it, Alfie was on it, and Bill was on it, so we need to get a different set to look at the other position.
Go, Kitty.
With that being said, I'm good with.
We're done with you guys. If you want to sit here and visit with us, you may, but.
I just have one question for Heather. So what do we do at this point?
So your next step will be to go to a commissioners meeting. I will have some paperwork to prepare for that meeting for the commissioner side. And then I will provide that to Sheila. And I will have to get with her to find out what date she will be able to get you in. So I will have to get back with you once I talk to her to find out when she can get you into that meeting. Okay?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks. So I would like to move that we go ahead and send the one name to the commissioners.
That one name is? What's his name?
It's Mark, isn't it?
Mike Seward?
Mike Seward, that's it, Mike Seward. I'll have to look it up. I'm glad she remembered it because I didn't have it written down.
Is there you put that in the form of a motion?
Yes, I'll make a motion that we take Mike Seward, what is it, Heather?
Seward.
Seward.
S-E-W-A-R-D.
That's a tough one for me. That we make his recommendation to the commissioners for appointment to the board.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
And I will say, very, very, very impressed with knowledge base and
He used to do it, didn't he?
Yeah.
demeanor. He was on it years ago. I think he'll be a fine addition, so.
Okay, got a motion, second, to approve Mike Seward, or recommend Mike Seward to the commissioners to fill one of our vacancies. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. All opposed? Okay. 5-1. Now, we'll set up a time. Can maybe like next Tuesday at 5 o'clock? Daniel, can you?
We're
meet?
out because we need
Yeah, I'm
another
trying
set
to-
of eyes on that one.
Kenny?
I don't know what I'm doing next Tuesday. Depends if I can bail out or not.
Amy, do you got anything next Tuesday?
I don't think so.
There you go. So you just need 3.
We just need 3.
Right. Well, Daniel?
Okay. We'll set that up and we'll meet in the emergency management room. So we don't have to have police and all let us into. Also, we are to make a recommendation to the BZA. It's a recommendation or we appoint them?
It's an appointment.
I think we appoint, but do we want to wait till we're full before we do that, or, well, what's the partisan for BZA?
It does not matter.
Okay,
I
very good.
can take any political affiliation currently. It does not
Well,
matter.
I move to appoint Bill Falk.
I'll second.
Works for me.
And you will serve, right? Okay.
You good with that, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve Bill Falk to BZA. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed?
I'll abstain.
5-0, 1 abstention. All right, I think that's what we're going to do.
Appreciate it.
We'll do fine.
Thank you all for your patience, and
Motion to adjourn.
we have a motion to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All that want to stay here all night, same sign. We're good.